If I have it on his lap,
no, sorry, you can.
You just joined us and we're discussing talking on each other's knees. So we've got a special guest. Special best. It's been a long day. Special guest in the commentary booth. I say booth in the loosest possible sense. It's Mr. John Folks.
Well,
hello.
Fed up of hurling abuse by internet trolling you all. Thought I'd better turn up and
abuse us in person.
Absolutely.
So we are on the last game of day one. So game 3. Scenario is loot. And Andy Sharp is sadly still with us. Andy, how are you? Yeah, okay, crying. Right. Yeah, good. Yeah, good. And in this game we are watching Stefan Donovan with elves in the top, and these are some.
I just like to say, hasn't Stefan got some beautiful blonde hair?
Oh yes, that's one of our talking points on the. It's
sorry.
Who wears it best with their hair?
It's a very important
sweep going on there, isn't it?
Yeah.
I must admit, if I was going on the screen, I would definitely have to wear a hat.
Well, that is
because the tonsor is really obvious.
We'd ask you to for the glow.
It's not a it's not a potentially flattering view.
I probably want to point out the variation that in this mission we've got the deployment zones are shared, one in the middle.
Oh, that's Matt Gilbert there. Matt Gilbert wants to join in on. Everyone's going to get their way.
Can we cram behind this screen?
Yeah. So Stefan Donovan with some very, very nice Mantic elves. Absolutely lovely. I think we'll be posting some pictures of all the armies. I think he had this army here last year as well, which looked very good. And then you've got Johnny.
He's actually Kidderminster's finest.
Oh, Kidderminster's finest.
Yeah.
Is he?
That's fair to say.
Is that where he's from?
Okay. Yeah. Oh, no, we don't hold it against him. It's okay.
And then you've got some Johnny with some goblins. Hooray! Unfortunately, there's some other manufacturer ones. Boo!
Sorry, other people make goblins?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Johnny has travelled from France, though. He's one of the 3.
Oh, of course, yes. Johnny is from
attendees.
Yes. So, and actually, we.
Bonjour.
There we go. You can't hear you, but
showing your cultural announce there.
Absolutely. I am culturally aware.
Yeah. So, in fact, at the moment, we've got. Is it Spanish players in the first and second spots?
3 of the top 5 are Spanish.
3 of the top 5 are Spanish, so they are.
Unless I'm culturally unaware and I've got their names wrong.
Okay.
That wouldn't surprise me. They wiped everybody else at Franticon, so.
Right, interesting then. So
they are a very strong.
Next year's Clash of Kings will be timed so we have a round during the siesta.
No. Again, culturally insensitive, but we're losing viewers by the second.
But we haven't got any yet.
Yeah. So we are playing the loot scenario now, and Andy, where's the book? You can read this out. You can do your little job of reading out the scenario.
So loot is a scenario where you have to capture. Wait for it. Loot. So. before they decided on sides, whether they did this or not, we don't know. You get 3 loot counters on the centre line of the board, 1 in the dead centre, and then
Whoa. Wait a minute. You saying I need to draw?
in the dead centre if you'd be so kind.
Okay, yeah. So there's one. Let's have a look.
If only we could see where the dead centre was.
Yeah,
That's more than that's like a foot.
Oh, there. Let's say there. Let's roughly there. That'll
close
do.
enough, close enough.
Oh, I'm seeing the problem you have. Yeah, that
You
is.
see, now John realises after trolling me earlier on the internet that.
And then they placed 2
And
more
then-
on the centre line,
So you got one more.
but more than 12
no.
inches. Within 12 inches.
There we
sorry,
go.
of
There's
each
one
other.
there. So where these are some red
Not
dots
within
at.
12 inches of each other, sorry. So you can see they're spread evenly across the board.
Yep.
And at the end of the game, they will have 1 victory point for each loot token they hold.
Okay.
That loot token on the left-hand side is going to be hard for the guy at the top, Stefan, to take. That's a damn great tower in the way.
Yeah.
And the
have to go
obstacles
around
around
it.
it.
Oh, we ain't going around it with them chariots, is he?
Actually, his individual chariot can go on the left-hand side. Go as we're looking left-hand side.
Yeah.
And go round and take it.
So he's looking. I guess looking now. He's looking
Where can he put that horde of chariots?
Huge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely huge.
Yeah. So one of the things that's changing in third ed is how chariots are. That would be a legion in the new rules. So
So they're going to be a bit more like large infantry are, aren't they, in their size?
yes,
Yeah.
and with the nerve as well. So they've. I think the sweet spot may be regiments. They're really nice, around 15 nerve, 12 attacks, and 100 by 100 base. Beautiful size.
So should we run through the armies? I guess John, you're clutching, and Stefan's will show this actually. He's got a very, very nice.
Beautiful list.
He's got it. It's obviously spilled
That's
some tea on it, hasn't
Yeah,
it?
some. No, it's not that.
Yeah.
That's printed. That's expensive.
Oh wow!
That's
it's
not-
some expensive pen paper.
That is not your bog standard. Shove it in tea bags.
Okay.
Welcome to officeworld.com,
Yeah.
Appreciation Society.
Yeah, that's quality.
Stationery.net. So yeah, let's run through his list then, John.
Okay, so Stefan Donovan has elves. He's got a horde of kindred archers with the obligatory heart-seeking
Standard,
chant.
yeah, standard.
Yeah. So I
that
guess that's
gives,
in the top right.
Yeah,
in your
gives a
picture.
piercing 1 as default. He's got the Sea Guard, horde of those with the wine of Elvenkind, so they can nimble forward and do shooting again.
Yeah.
He's got a regiment of forest shamblers with the Orcish skull pole, so that's the.
They've not been deployed yet.
Yeah, I don't think they've been. Yeah.
Just moving them just now, I think.
He's got a lovely horde of Draken Riders. Has he got anti-Draken Riders? No.
I don't know. Maybe
Has he got the ducks?
So I think they're the ones that are just near the building at the moment.
He has.
He's got
Yeah.
ducks. He's got ducks.
He's probably spent genuine money trying to find them.
Yeah,
them down.
those are rare beasts. He's got a horde of chariots, which you've just seen there with the fire roll, so particularly good against regenerating. Goblins have. If you've got any trolls, then he's in trouble. I don't think he has.
No, I can't see any. No, there's no trolls on the. On
He's
that
got an army standard with the Loot of Insatiable Darkness, so get some Bane chanting on those shooting. Tough.
Yeah.
But go for it. And 2 noble war chariots, which are fairly obvious because they're big white.
list. Yeah.
That's nice and easy.
Yeah, nice and easy to spot this army actually.
Yeah.
It's very good.
An
Forest-
autumnal theme for his elves, actually.
Yeah.
No leaves to be seen.
Well, I guess they're reaching the autumn years of their lives, maybe.
Oh, I like what you've done there.
Yeah.
Very good, very clever.
Yeah.
He's got a
segue.
Forest Warden with Blizzard 2, which apparently is the new filth.
Oh, is it really? Why is that then?
Well, I have no idea.
Okay,
but
right.
Tom and Ace from Dojo in the US says that's the new filth.
Okay.
And,
Well,
and when there's filth, Dojo know about it.
Okay, it'll be interesting to see how that gets on then.
Yeah, that's got an Inspiring Talisman as well, just to boost the Inspiring to everything. And he's got a Mystical Dragon Kindred Lord on a 75mm base with the Boots of
Okay.
Levitation. This is a very nice list, so that can move, that can do a full 20 and then Fire Breathe.
Okay, so you can see that in the middle of the picture. So let's have a look at Johnny's. That's his nickname, by the way, just in case you're confused when you look at this. So Johnny's got goblins. Hooray! This is what me and Andy have been waiting for all day. He's
Go goblins or go home.
3 hordes of rabble. One of those is the crystal pendant of retribution. So that means they can explode, basically.
They're just going to advance forward. And
Yeah,
cause pain in the
so,
ass.
so look for the ones that are running towards the opposition screaming, and that's the ones with the crystal pendant. He's got.
Pretty much, you should have the crystal pendant on every goblin unit, really.
Yeah,
It
shame
shouldn't
you
be
can't have
unique,
it with
shouldn't
everything,
it?
yeah.
Because you
What, you're not
expect
doing
most
that
of
for third ed?
They shove it on the Bangits, actually. If you put a Bangit in your unit, then they can explode. Okay. He's got a regiment of Fleabag chariots. He's 2 regiments of Fleabag chariots. He's got a horde of Fleabag chariots with the Post and the Caterpillar. Standard kind of there, really, I guess.
He's got his 2 regiments out already. His horde's waiting to deploy.
Okay, so here we go. You can see the big old hordes now. Yeah. He's just trying to cram as many models as he can on the base.
18 drops, I think, Johnny is bringing, or something like that.
Okay. What's that, sorry?
No, sir. We wait for
regiment, horde one.
Yeah.
He's got 2 war trombones.
Only 2?
Only 2.
What sort of madness is this?
But then again, he has got 3 big rock throwers.
Yeah, good man.
He's got 3 kings on. So there must be some kind of power struggle here, because he's got 3 kings on chariots. So clearly.
He thinks he's the Trident Realms.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
One's carrying gold, one carrying frankincense,
Yeah,
one's carrying myrrh.
Just looking for the baby Jesus.
I'm not sure they're 3 wise men, though. That's a bullet.
There's not a single wise man.
No.
Or goblin.
These are goblins.
He's got Wiz mounted on a Fleabag, also with Blizzard, and the Inspiring Talisman.
I'm not. Yes, because he doesn't have that much shooting. It's not really a shooting. I mean, he's got the rock lobbers, which are very much random.
Yeah.
But for goblins, it's not a lot of shooting.
Interestingly, he's got no spitters at all.
No, that's unusual.
Yeah, that is unusual actually.
Yeah.
3 Goblin Blasters.
Now I want to see how these work.
Yeah,
Because the 3 Goblin Blasters plus the Crystal Pendant, that is.
Yeah.
It's a lot of throwaway damage, isn't it?
Yeah. But he's placing elves who can take them out.
Yeah.
Delete them with those.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'd be interesting actually. Because I mean, I've had little success. I love the idea of the Goblin Blaster, but it never quite kind of comes off, unfortunately.
No. I tried it with an ogre army, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, and then just in case we didn't have enough big rock throwers, he's also got Grogger's Great Lobber. So he's got 4 rock lobbers. So he's certainly.
But what saves him from abuse is he's taking rabble rather than sniffs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Nothing wrong with sniffs.
3 hordes of sniffs and 4 rock lobbers and 2 or 3 trombones.
Sounds delightful.
Yeah.
That's not a pleasant list. So, Rob, what's your? Who do you think stands best chance on this one?
Oh, well,
all we know about them is lists, because we don't know the guys very well.
No, so obviously I have to go goblins.
In which case, I'm going elves.
Okay, right there. Yeah. And Andy, what do you think?
I don't know, it's tricky. They're both quite fast. I think the trick here is getting up, grabbing the loot counter, and then throwing chaff in front. I think both sides have got those fast chariots. They haven't got much else that's fast, but they've got the fast chariots. The Dracons and the elves.
I think the positioning
it's tough.
Like I say, the position. Obviously, Johnny at the bottom has got a much easier route to the.
Well, I think in loot. I don't know about you, Jonathan. I only ever play for 2 tokens.
2 tokens.
Yeah, because you only need 2 to win.
Yep.
So you pick your 2, and you almost so Johnny will be looking at one behind the building and saying, "I don't care about that."
Yeah.
Unless some late game option comes up. He's going to be going for the centre and the one on the left.
No, Stefan.
No, do you mean
Stefan?
Johnny's the goblins on the left.
Sorry, Stefan with the elves.
Yeah, you always see that Johnny's already committed a reasonable amount of resource to the left-hand side.
So he knows he's getting that one.
Yeah, Stefan shouldn't be doing anything. Should be ignoring that one and just going for the 2.
And then I guess the middle one's usually the tempting because you want to mutually support your 2. If you just want to go flank and flank, well, that's fine. But then you can be taken out piecemeal, can't you? That's the problem. So I imagine the fight will be for the middle one.
Yeah, I bet that's where we'll see
Stefan
the
will go to the right of screen and centre of screen, and Johnny will go left of screen and centre of screen.
I wonder if that's where he'll send his blasters.
I can't believe it's
Yeah.
I think the only thing to the right as we're looking of the rock from Stefan's point of view is going to be his entire army. The only thing left of that is going to be the chariots.
Okay. Oh, this must be so Johnny
That's
there
the
down the
chariots,
hall.
toy chariots.
Yeah. I mean that's a spectacular battle we want to see. Chariot on chariot.
Chariot action.
Chariots of fire.
Yeah, but the goblins are going to lose that.
Yes.
The elves are much better.
Oh no, the
shooting.
goblins lose most things, so we're used to that.
Yeah, but there's not enough behind it to be able to.
Well, it depends what else Stefan throws over there, isn't it? Because if that chariot horde will go, it might not go on the first attack, but it'll go eventually. And then once it's gone, is there anything left there?
So what's the chariot horde? So for the Fleabag, so let's have a look. So it's speed 9, melee 4, range 5, defense 4+, attack 16, nerve is 14-16. That's a problem.
How many points is there?
And that's 170.
Yeah, well, 215 for Stefan, so it's not that much difference.
Yeah, we're sitting on 4s.
But it's 16-18 for Nerves. So
Yeah, and he's sitting on 4s. He's got chances are
it's got elite.
it's elite, so it's 4s re-rolling 1s. Potentially Ben Chant on top of there as
Depends
well.
who gets the charge, I guess, doesn't it?
Well, you wouldn't charge it.
Slight
you
slight
just
bonus in
stand off
speed
and
for
shoot.
flea bags.
Move forward, shoot.
Yeah.
And then Johnny will be forced to commit because he can't deal with the shooting.
Yeah. And then
Unless
you
he's dropping a couple of rock loppers on it. It's a
That's
big target.
and that's be able
to see
that's
it.
what's going to win the Goblin game is how good the rock lobbers are.
If they take
Yeah.
off a horde,
Yeah.
then suddenly you've opened up a massive gap, haven't you? Because of template size.
So yeah, the rock lobs are doing blast D6 plus 2, which has that changed?
5 damage.
Yeah, indirect fire, piercing 3, reload and yellow bellied. And again, the Grugger's Great Lobber is the same really, apart from it's just got big shield.
But the key thing isn't the amount of damage, it's about if you get 1 or 2 hits,
Yeah.
that's it, you're making them test. And none of both elves and goblins, any hit is close to, it's a test, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
a test you could fail.
Yeah, and the problem with elves always have is that they are an elite army, so that you don't get a lot of things for your points,
Right.
and that's the fundamental problem with elves.
Yeah.
They are fragile, but they do hit like a train. So
Well,
they
I think you've summed it up there, haven't you? You've summed up the whole of fantasy mythology. That the key problem with elves is they're just fragile. Aren't they might
fragile.
live a long time, but they're just
Yeah.
weak.
Yeah.
Weak and puny elves.
Yeah.
Whereas goblins just throw them forward and see where you go for it.
Well, there's always more in the breeding pits.
Yeah, they're always
You know,
disposable.
always more.
Yeah, we haven't actually discussed necessarily how the mantic goblins,
How goblins
breed.
reproduce.
No, I think.
Yeah, I think that's an Andy Ransom.
Well, to be fair, you did
Pop-up
mention they all sleep
journal.
together, so
Well, no,
let's be honest,
I suppose actually that's what
randomly
it
would
yeah.
be the best description.
Yeah, they all do sleep in the thing is now they all sleep in these big communal sleeping areas. So I guess.
Aw, they
Oh,
come
cuddling
together
it,
for
yeah,
warmth,
cuddling
don't
each other. Yeah,
they? It's sort of sweet when you put it like that, isn't it?
yeah. That was actually Matt Gilbert's idea. He
I can imagine.
came from the twisted mind of Matt Gilbert. That the goblins all cuddle up and sleep together at night.
That's the stuff that you rewrote.
Oh, okay. So,
But there will be a Andy Ransom sponsored pop-up album of that backstory coming up over the next year as a Kings of War version 3 late content.
yeah,
Yeah, it's the straight onto channel 900 and something
Yeah.
on Sky.
yeah. No one wants to.
Pay-per-view special.
Yeah,
No, that was last night with the hot pants.
yeah. Oh my goodness! Did you? Oh, you were watching
I
that,
was
John?
watching
Yeah.
that.
Have you
I was
recovered?
just praying that everybody stayed the camera side of the camera end
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
table. As soon as I went to the far end, the
enough.
glare from Steve's legs was perfect.
Yeah. So it looks like we're just getting ready now to
Yeah,
actually start
Stefan's just
playing.
had a comfort break.
Oh, okay,
The
right.
fear of facing so many
I think
goblins
it's.
has been enough for him.
Oh, zero. Oh, Stefan's just come up and said 0 chance he's going to beat this one. I mean, goblins are.
Stefan, I believe in you.
There's nothing like going into a tournament confident, is there?
Yeah,
You know,
With the goblins first.
Yeah.
Negative play experience.
Not negative. They're just going to blow him up. Here we go. So they're going to roll in now. So he goes first. Oh, for a minute I thought Johnny had special green goblin dice then, but he doesn't. So I guess you'll notice two things. You'll notice.
going first on this.
Yeah, Johnny's going first.
30 minutes. Not normally. Lots of drops. Lots of models. Depends on which army and how familiar you are with your
So
opponents as well.
we'll have to keep an eye out now for the.
You don't have to ask what each
He's
one
just checking
does.
the speed there. Just checking the distance there. Well, which ones are the blasters? Do you know, Andy? So Andy's just going to have a look at the blasters.
Blasters, aren't they on a 50 by 100 base? So unfortunately, I can't just point it
No.
straight. It's that one there.
Oh, okay.
Down
So
there.
they're
the Kings.
they're the kings, I think, aren't they? They're on the chariot base. I would if the
chariot base, yeah.
blasters are the two here that are moving forward.
The helicopters.
Oh, they're okay, right. So they look like helicopters, right?
Doesn't work really from this
No.
far.
Johnny, where in France is that?
So basically, the blasters are. I think they're just
Johnny's from Lille, by the way. So
Lille.
Leo. Ah, famous for his Eurostar terminal.
Yeah, I think he
Oh,
came over
okay.
the train or drove. Yeah. He's certainly got a metal tin with him that didn't go on a plane.
No.
Have a look at the list.
Which one? Oh, Martin's there. Just want to have a look at the lists. So here we go. This is the big chariot horde there. That's a big old footprint, isn't it? That
It
one?
is, yeah. And so in 3rd edition, that's going to be a Legion.
Yeah. Biggest footprint in the game, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the, I believe, chatting to the rules committee, one of the decisions they made was that existing units that are already based up would still be usable.
Yeah. But slightly differently.
Yeah, they may have different points, but they're still fundamentally usable. Which is really important, I think, for much as we wanted hexagonal bases or triangular bases just to be funny.
That's a hex lock.
Yeah.
Super hex charge. Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, it would have been funny. Yeah, we did almost do it.
We charge.
We did almost do
For hexagon?
Yeah, well, I say, but yeah, think about it. That's an octo charge.
Octo charge.
That sounds good, actually. Is it too late to change it, Matt?
Can we get
Octagonal bases?
Octo charge.
That's only for the Trident Realm, I guess.
You can glue bases together in a game.
Okay, right. So here we go. So I wonder if I wonder if that one with the green marker on there is actually the one with the crystal pendant.
Yes,
probably.
that would make sense.
So that'd be interesting. If they
That's really good from a player's point of view because
Yeah.
it makes it very clear that's the one unit you want to destroy. When you've got, and this comes up a lot with when you've got identical units on a board, identifying what the magic items are is really important. So yeah, nice and obvious.
very busy board actually, isn't
And
it?
that's
All the
really
drops
nice
on.
play because he's hidden behind the hill there, so he's not going to get shot for another turn.
Yeah, and I guess the thing with the crystal pendant, you want to get as close to the enemy as possible, don't you? Before there's no point in popping there because
You want to get right. Well, crystal pendant only deploys when you've destroyed the unit.
yeah,
So he's looking for somebody to go and charge him. And what the elf player is what Stefan's looking to do is wipe it out by shooting. So he's running up the front, and you've got chariots and a chariot king thing behind you.
I quite like the idea of this explosive kind of goblin army. It feels,
Does it appeal to you?
yeah, it does,
Yeah.
yeah. That's why I like the bandits in Vanguard. It's very good as well. Kind of, you can charge up your attacks, but it potentially will blow up in your face. So
Yeah.
very, very goblin-esque. I feel that. So it looks like he's just.
Last time it happened, they got
Okay, so these must be the.
Well, that's interesting. The Shamblers have Vanguard.
Do Shamblers
Yes,
have?
they do. Definitely.
Oh, has he forgotten to?
Did you have Vanguard?
Vanguard?
You can choose not to.
Okay, so he hasn't put
He
them
may
on.
have chosen not to give him the option of
Yeah.
speed, but in loot,
I would
usually
have
quite good, isn't
I
it?
would have Vanguarded them onto that hill.
Yeah.
Sorry, and move Vanguard into the middle and just force something weird to happen.
Do you think he was worried about the blasters?
No.
No, okay.
They're not going to do enough, are they, the blasters, to take them off?
Yeah,
And
it's
you
only a
need-
regiment, so they could do.
Well, you need to get the tokens, though. If you don't get a token, put it at the back of your template when you die, and then someone else picks it up in a minute, don't they?
Yeah. Or it could generally have forgotten about it.
Yeah, it's probably
It is third game of the day. What I'm going for is a tactical decision.
Okay, I like that. Benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know if he's. I think he's just checking all, make sure he's out of charge there.
So he's now doing shootings.
Yeah.
So he's making sure. So he's going to try and cause some serious damage to that chariot horde.
Yeah.
So he's
That's going to be
doing.
your number one target as the goblin player.
Yeah.
Get rid of that, and that flanks.
That's
pretty
the one that
secure
causes a
then.
lot of damage.
So 16 attacks he's got on his chariot.
So that's 2 damage. No check. Nowhere near.
No. So now he'll probably have a go with the rock lobbers, I'd imagine. Or can they see actually?
One can.
One
Maybe I'll
can.
see from
So
the
no one
height.
down
won't
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's height 3,
Oh, of
remember,
course,
so
yeah,
you
yeah.
can see over top of.
Oh, was he hit?
No.
No. They might have done that. Yeah, he has. He's hit something. He's definitely hit it again. So what's the? Let's have a look at the.
18, I think it is.
Is it 18? So that's
17.
the
18. 16, 18.
16, 18. That would be.
Be surprised if it doesn't do.
No, he's just checking.
Oh, hang on.
God, blimey, yes, he didn't it? That would be a big one if he's got rid of that straight away. Oh, he's just asking for the list. Yeah.
Right, then you can have a glance over the plane. You can
No.
see if I'm cheating.
Nah. Okay, Stefan just giving him the list.
Always,
Okay.
always polite to do that.
Yeah. Oh. So then that looks like the end of Johnny's turn 1. Actually, I don't think we had many French players here, but obviously we've got Johnny here representing.
3 apparently.
3, okay.
And more than half a dozen from Spain, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, that is
There's a couple
fantastic.
of Norwegians.
Yeah.
There's a Septic here.
Is it what, sorry?
Septic tank. Yank.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
come on.
Oh wow. We've got international viewers on this, John. We shouldn't have invited him on. Andy.
I thought you
I've
said
been-
septic, and I think, I don't quite know where we're going with this.
And to be fair, it's not exactly being subtle.
Oh, I didn't know we had an American here.
Singapore,
Yeah,
Singapore, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
Coming forward with his sea guard there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Italian.
I guess this is probably almost like the opposite of the last game we watched, where they were both. Andy Ransom in particular sat back for quite a while. He was talking to me afterwards. He was saying that he just sat back because he knew that, well, he didn't want to start moving around and exposing his flanks and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely, and in dominate, that's exactly right. 'Cause
Yeah.
You've got to get in the middle. Unless you can get in the middle and immediately turn yourselves out,
Yeah.
facing outwards, it's a problem. But whereas here, you've got to get a loot token, because if someone gets a loot token and then runs all the way back to the back of their board, that's it. You're never getting that back.
No.
And that's a key thing about the differences in how your army will play in different scenarios.
Actually, we had to draft in John Folt to be the independent elf supporter.
I think I take slight offence at that, to be honest. That that our impartiality has been brought into
Question.
consideration there. I
Well,
mean, clearly,
Very much like the BBC.
yeah, absolutely. Very
Straight
clearly,
down the line.
we are very happy for all
Yeah.
armies to win, as long
You're
as
more
they're small and
Koonsberg
green.
Yeah, as long as they're not dwarfs.
Yeah, phew.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just marking out their
This is
I
just
assume charge range for the
Yeah.
for the big booming
It's
horde.
interesting. He's using a template there, isn't he? As
Yeah, to template that is very useful. We were saying that earlier on when Dan was playing. Movement's such a big thing that actually, if you so this must be for the Shamblers, I guess.
No, that's a horde.
No,
Oh, is it
the
that's
Dracons?
oh, is it the Dracons?
That's why he's flying over the other
Oh,
ones.
sorry, right.
So placing the templates.
It's putting it half an inch away from the fastest that the goblin exploding ones can go.
And he's turned a little bit there because they're nimble, so he can do that and get that slight turn. So if you're looking at it thinking how has he managed to
Yeah, so
get that slight twist on it, because of that.
yeah,
And
Dragon
his
Riders have
boonies-
speed 10,
His
elite
war
and
chariot
fly.
there to the side.
Give that extra punch, because the Dracons alone probably, well, they get rid of those
You
goblins.
won't want to
probably.
charge the dragons into that
No, because it
horde.
will blow up the.
Yeah, you want to jump the dragons behind it.
Whereas you can sacrifice a chariot on that without too much concern, I guess.
Yep.
And of course, the other thing is if you manage to, well, the goblins are going to go next anyway, but he's got, is that another? That's a chariot horde, chariot regiment, isn't it? Behind that infantry. So if you can lock
Yeah.
them down, you stop the chariots doing anything as well. It's a classic sort of, if you're too close behind yourself, they then can't do much.
He's bunched up quite a lot, hasn't he, actually, Johnny, there on that?
He has a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, considering the massive, great big gap of about 2 foot between the hill, the white hill on the bottom there, and the.
So almost what you could do as the elf player here is that, well, obviously you're not going to get the next turn, the goblins will go first, but you could put the elf chariot in front of the goblins and just shoot them with your bows and not even charge them.
Yeah, I like this. So we've been asked, as fair-minded gentlemen who would never help anyone cheat, you wouldn't happen to know who's judging Bushwick Death this go round and their favourite models, would you? Well, unfortunately for you, it's a mixed judging panel, and we have independent people outside of Mantic. So, as much as I would love to say everybody's sending painted goblins.
Painted Wingits would be.
Now
surely
you're
is a winner.
talking. Yeah, and obviously when we do the slasher in December, it's obviously too late for this one, but that's an awesome model. So sadly, as off when the live stream's off though, I'll send you my PayPal details and we can sort that out properly though.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair. I'm just sorry from the booth here. We've just got Nick's diorama just sat to the side of the screen.
Oh yeah,
nice.
very. Yeah, we'll have to get some pictures of that one as well.
That is nuts.
Like a toilet chain, isn't it?
So
you couldn't get it down to 75 mil square. I think is a little bit off.
Smack talk.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, when I get top quarter in events in the US,
weaker pull. I think you've proved your own argument there.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, without a shadow of a doubt, the US scene, they've got some excellent players.
Yeah.
But when I get into the top quarter in an 80-player tournament,
nah.
Yeah.
So Kirsten
you really
says,
are the international representative, aren't you?
Oh, by the way, I'm flying to America tomorrow.
Nick's diorama's naval base booze and
His visa is denied when you land. We know why.
As he posted it on Fanatics, and I pointed out it'd be great for that other fantasy game made by the other company, and it has fewer intricate pieces than one of their models has.
So Brush for Death open to staff. No, we thought about doing a staff category actually, and then people would get to vote on who was their favourite. So we might bring that back actually. Well, then again, I don't want Martin to win.
I think have you got any good painters in Fantasy?
Oh, John.
Oh,
that is a knife to the heart. That's a few nasty comments, isn't it?
Yeah, jeez.
See, this is a sarcasm that I've been sending away from 70 miles away. It's now live.
It's just as painful in real life as it is on the internet. So we go. So turn 2 now. Stefan's turn 2. Looks like we've got a chariot charged in down there. Which one's that charged into, Andy? Can you see?
Is there? I don't think there is.
Oh, what's he rolling for then? He's just rolling for the shooting.
It's still Stefan turn 1, isn't it? It's turn 1.
Oh, it's turn 1.
Yeah,
sorry.
it's chariot shooting.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's right.
He's taking out that.
5 damage on that chariot.
5 damage. Okay.
Yeah. Is that the King's Chariot?
It's the Goblin Chariot. I don't know if it's the King's Chariot, is it? Yes, he's got 3 King of the Chariot. Yeah. And he's got 6 damage on his own elf horde there, actually. So that's actually quite close, actually.
Another turn of shooting, that could be. That's a lot of trouble.
He'll be gone.
Yeah.
Do another 4, 5, 6 damage next turn. He's off.
Yeah. A few lucky hits with the rock lobber as well.
So Rob, how are you choosing people to be on the top table? Is it a number of £5 notes placed in a
magic
a brown paper envelope?
No, often it's well. This one was Stefan was. This isn't necessarily top table. This is just a live stream. So Stefan came on, and I'd seen his army before, and it's so nice. I thought it would be nice to kind of show.
Yep.
We started off with obviously we had Nick on last night. We had Dan on this morning with Chris.
Yeah, Andy Marshall.
Yeah, Andy Ransom as well.
Oh,
so, we've had a good mix.
Minor internet celebrity.
Yeah. Andy 2D6.
Okay, so the elves are shooting at. I guess it's putting. Yeah,
trying to blow up those. Assuming that, we're assuming that's the one with the crystal pendant.
Yeah, he could do it actually, couldn't he? He could just about do it.
Horde.
1921.
1921, defense 4.
And he'll also have one elf chariot as well, probably.
No, I think they're fine. I think he's got inspiring near them as well, just in case they do.
Yeah, the Goblin King behind it on the chariot.
I guess that's quite sensible, really. He's got so many kings to keep them up to speed with all the other chariots and although he doesn't want them near the blaster, obviously. He does want that. He obviously wants that to pop, I guess.
Spreading his fire quite a bit.
Yeah, so what's he shooting with there? He's got the...
What the hell's that? Right at the very back?
He's got nothing there. Unless it's the dragon. No, it's not the dragon, is it?
Where the hell is the dragon?
No, the dragon's there.
Yeah,
sorry, we're pointing at the screen, but it's going towards the top right. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's got at the...
He's got a baseline hooking there.
Well, Stefan saying his dice aren't doing him well.
This chariot's taking some damage there.
Well, it's the big... Okay, so he's checking on that one.
I'll say he's splitting his fire quite a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's...
So it looks like everything's safe from that one. Okay, so this will be Johnny's turn 2. So that one there he's moved up is one of the blasters. I wonder if he's just getting that blaster in position so that if he does go for the objective, he can slam into him.
Yeah. So he's moving his chariots up there. Pivot, move. So he's right on the token there. So that'll be hitting on 6 against the chariots.
Yeah.
Actually, he's got cover as well because that's an obstacle. Should be hitting on 7s. Height 1 obstacle, there's height 3. Is that cover? Yes.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah, I mean, I guess goblins are notoriously quite lazy.
This is why I'm not giving abuse to Johnny. He's got hordes of rabble, which is unusual build for a goblin.
Yeah, it's strange not to. I'm used to seeing so many spitters.
Yep.
At least a couple of hordes.
If he'd put 2 hordes of spitters and a horde of rabble with exploding.
They're irregular now, and he wants so many kings and so many war machines. I guess
Oh,
that
of
would have been a
course.
factor, but
Yeah, that might have been a difference.
That's it. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
just someone decided to break the blooming army with using too many shooters.
But his chariot.
He got 9. Yeah. He's got 9 monsters or 9 monster hordes or.
Yeah, so right, so it's okay. So he needed to take the rabble to unlock everything else. So strangely, Matt Gilbert's sitting next to us, watching it on his iPad, rather than. Okay, right.
He's just ready to correct your mistakes.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
But not personally.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
There we go.
For the realm.
That was
That's the king just doing it.
speedy little king going in there.
Yeah, that's the advantage of a nimble charge.
Yeah.
It's going to lock them down, though, isn't it? Lock those dracons down. Won't kill them, but
Yeah,
keeps
cause 1
them from
damage.
going anywhere.
So what's the king doing? The king's doing
About 9.
yeah, 7 attacks.
7.
Yeah,
Not
hitting
bad,
on
they're giving him a
4s.
bow as well, shoot on 4s.
Because actually, I mean, I haven't noticed, but has he been rolling for his yellow belly? I guess he must have been.
Well, that's up to the players to spot, isn't it?
Pen? Yeah. Oh, is that what you saw? Yeah. Okay. I didn't see it. Obviously, that's all gone now in 3rd. Yes.
Has it?
Yeah.
No yellow bellied.
To be honest, it's gone for me for the last 2 years because I always took Grogger.
Yeah.
So if you take Grogger and then you take the
Grogger's Goon.
Grogger's Goon, but also the formation of Fleabag,
yeah,
which
Fleabag.
don't have yellow
Yeah.
belly.
Yeah.
I only had about 2 units that could charge that had a yellow belly.
So he's charged the king in there. That's
Yeah.
so Thunder's
It'll do a
charge 2.
wound. It'll do a couple of wounds, and
Yeah,
that's
so
enough
what-
to keep them locked down.
Well, 7 on 4, so 3.5 hits.
Yeah.
Pushing.
Crush TC2, TC1, sorry.
Thunder's charge.
Oh, TC2. So
Yeah,
yeah, he's doing a couple of
TC2.
wounds,
Yeah, easy. Yeah, 2 wounds.
That's all you need. You could be unlucky and not do anything.
Stops them flying off.
Yeah.
Somehow I've decided it's Atlantic Games. I'm not sure.
What? Hang on. I'm abusing myself.
Hey,
Thanks,
Pretzel,
Kyle.
Pretzel Twinkies on. Hey, Kyle.
Do you know what I really like about Mastercrafted Gaming is that they give decent reviews of Kings of War version 3, unlike some podcasts that may have done recently. Mentioning no names, Jonathan Fox.
We've done 3 podcasts in a month.
Yeah, 3 in the last year.
Yeah.
Four in a year, 3 in the last month. Yeah, that's the. I'm sorry, but how many have you done?
We've done 1 a month for the last 6
Well,
months.
hang on. This isn't a podcast fight. This is separate it out, boys. So
I wouldn't say any of them any good.
Kyle's probably just wondering how he can upset more dwarf players again.
That caused a bit of rage, actually, didn't it?
It's just a little bit.
Firestorm.
What, when the people who are have their 4 regiments of rocks and just rocks.
Rocks and rocks.
Yeah. And that's their army, and then suddenly it's not as good as it used to be, and they're now going,
All
oh!
rocks, all rocks.
Well, I think everything,
Not anymore,
like we
getting
were
the
saying,
cocks.
it's things in isolation. They're still. Well, I think when we see some other stuff, we'll see that actually they're still pretty good. So
It could be worse.
wrong
Could be
with
playing
Dash.
Trident Rails.
Dash 18 nerve is good by any stretch of imagination. That is a.
okay, so he's shooting at the board there.
Oh, that's interesting. How's that chariot horde looking for the elves? Is that
I don't know if he's
It
put.
had 6, but what's it got now? 16.
Oh my!
So that's double 1 territory for that.
Oh my!
That's going to be a big hole on that. Well, that
Yeah,
basically,
that'll be interesting actually.
That's half his army gone there, really. Effectively, half the army gone. And I think that's the problem with a big footprint unit like that.
Yeah.
It's a big hole that gets created. Isn't it?
Unfortunately, Stefan hasn't really done a lot with it. I mean, I know it did a bit of
He had no
shooting.
chance.
but no.
But I think that's the vulnerability of things like elves, isn't it? They are fragile, as you said at the beginning.
Oh, great. Rules Committee, do you need line of sight for healing?
I'm not rules committee.
Yes. I think they do, don't they?
Yes, spells. Yes, you do.
There you
I
go,
have to
getting
get no responsibility. I'm not rules committee.
No. Yeah, in fact, none of us are rules committee. That's.
But yes, you do need spells. You do need line of sight.
I think that's right, Carl. Yes, it did get you filming because, to be honest, unless Jesse bothers to stimulate you into some filming, there isn't much coming out,
No.
is there?
Yeah.
And even when you do film with Jesse, it's got a little bit of a whiff of a charity case, isn't it? I think get him out, move him out of the city a little bit, get him to travel out of West Virginia.
Yeah.
I had the pleasure of playing him in a game. Jesse, it was superb. Really loved it at BCB. He's a lovely lad.
With those boots of his now.
Yeah.
I think, Jerry, that Jesse just came in for the ogres. I don't know I think Kyle was saying he might get some other guests in for other armies, but as far as I know, that's it. Okay, so he's just. If you take.
Okay, so that other elf unit's taking a bit of a battering as well.
Yeah. He's done some damage here, actually.
That horde has also taken 16, which is the horde of
23
archers, which is 21-23, so they're
Okay,
well
so
in the
good.
range as well.
Yeah, there we go. Nerf check.
Rerolled. They're
Oh,
off.
yeah, there we
dear.
go.
Very nice rolling.
That's just on the Dracons, I think. They're okay.
Sorry, I read that something entirely different to Far. I thought it was very cruel.
Well, you're getting abuse now, Andy.
Rolling again now
Which one's this one for? The
for the horde.
horde?
So
Oh,
he's rolled that.
they're fine.
I think they're okay. I think they just made it.
Okay.
He did need an 8, I think.
Right.
To
Okay, this
they
is the
might
king.
be wavered. I think he's got.
Right, so it's King.
King on
2
the
hits.
Dracon.
No wounds. No wounds.
Oh, no.
Oh no, sorry, it was.
I think that was nerves. Yeah, I think that was nerves.
Yeah, some damage there.
He's done a damage.
So 1 wound, it looks like. So Dracon's back in on the king.
I think
Absolute
Jesse
Jerry
does actually.
yeah, absolute Jerry. That's definitely what you should be doing.
Right, that is a big hole on Stefan's.
Yeah, well, I mean, and those that elf
He actually
horde.
just has the Shambler at the very top of the screen, and that's it on that entire half of the battlefield.
So on the left, yeah, there's
Oh,
nothing.
that was one shooting the blizzard.
Yeah.
That was what that was the
okay.
he's measuring out. Yeah, that's a blizzard.
Yeah.
So Stefan really, if he doesn't get his, well,
Yeah, but he's only interested in the.
he's got to get the centre and right. Yeah, but has he got anything to get the centre right? It looks like a disordered elf horde, doesn't it, of archers? Well, they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Behind them, he's got his.
Well, it's not disordered, is it?
I think it is. He's got put token by the side.
Well, he might be wavering.
Yeah, wavering.
Waving.
Yeah.
Waving. Sorry. He's got his forest shamblers behind them, and his elf dragon facing in the wrong direction. So
Yeah. He needs.
he's going to struggle to get that middle. If Johnny just pushes forward, basically, doesn't he? Just needs to push forwards and put all that into the middle, all those goblins in the middle, and he's got control of it then.
I need a beer.
Yeah, I'll get it. You having the same?
Yes.
Drink?
No, I'm alright, Tar.
Beer o'clock.
So this is Stefan's turn 2 now. So how long have we got left? We've got just an hour left now for the round.
Yeah.
So this is the final round for today.
So what's the plan for the rest of the evening then, Rob?
So there's a slight gap so people can get refreshed if they want, drinks wise or shower wise. And then 7:30.
There's a group of war gamers.
Yeah.
Go for a shower.
So yeah, I thought I'd say the former, not necessarily the latter. So and then 7:30 we've got like Ronnie will be talking a little bit about 3rd edition. Unfortunately, we won't be live streaming that because you can't run the risk of Ronnie spilling the beans to the world. Yeah.
Yeah, we can only beep at certain points.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got a little bit of a kind of a keynote. Might have some sneak peeks of things as well. So if you're here, good for you. If you're not, then you'll have to try and quickly get here by 7:30 tonight.
It's the only reason I'm here.
Yeah. And then 8 o'clock we've got the wonderful Mantic quiz.
World famous.
Yeah.
So this Mantic quiz, is it all about Mantic history?
No, it's not. No, there's one round that's got Mantic questions in.
And the rest of it is general knowledge? Or,
and it's
or knowledge of goblins?
Well, a little tease. There's a general knowledge round. There's a TV and film round.
Oh, God.
There's a Mantic round. And there's a logos round this year. The all-new logo round.
Ah.
Yeah. So there we go. So that is about 8 o'clock. And then 8:30 is just general gaming. So I think last year we had some really good games. Played different board games and things. So we've brought some board games to the library here at Element as well. So if you are a kind of local to Element and you fancy a game of Hellboy or Star Saga, here's Negan. Yeah, come and have a go. Anyway, back to the game, and the dragon is just getting behind those dracons there. What's he doing that for, John?
Well, the first thing is stop the. Well, that's the attack. Is a pushback isn't the main issue.
No. Because what's the range on the crystal pendant?
You have to. It's only activates when your unit's destroyed. You can't trigger it.
No, I'm saying I know you can trigger, but if only if
6 inch.
if he's too close behind, if the dragons did pop it.
D6.
Right. Okay.
So what's likely to happen here is the dragons are going to murder the king.
Yeah.
Then it's going to leave them exposed to that horde will charge towards them. Dragons are going to take probably 2 or 3 damage from that. And then the dragons are going to wipe out that unit and they explode. He's now separated out. If you notice, he's separated out the chariots behind.
Yeah.
Make gaps so they can move around that exploding.
Kieran, odds on Wingspan getting played tonight. Well, Ian Davies has brought #BirdGameIsLife, so I'm sure he might have a game of that as well.
Sorry, what is Wingspan?
Wingspan is a game that Ian Davies is almost as obsessed with as Dead Zone, and it's about bird spotting.
Okay.
It's a very heavy Euro game, but Yeah, so there you might, if you are coming down tonight, you might see Wingspan being played.
I was baffled by Werewolf.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think Jungle Speed was a big hit last year. If you played Jungle Speed, that's very good. It's like a very aggressive snap. Yeah.
Someone tried to show me that Tokyo thing.
Oh, King of Tokyo.
Yeah, but last time I was here, and I was extremely drunk and didn't understand it.
Right.
So, yeah.
Sorry, I was just chatting to him about his how he painted his dragons and stuff. Really nice.
Okay.
I've not seen a brown dragon before.
Yeah. Oh, so that's Stefan's elves. Yeah.
Really good.
So we've got the best army will be judged tomorrow lunchtime. So we'll have some pictures up then, different ones. So there's some really nice armies here actually.
Have you seen the display board that Tim's brought across from the US?
Yeah.
The folding board.
Yeah.
That is pretty impressive. That's impressive.
Yeah, I'd look. Like I was saying, I'd love to do a display board for my Goblin for Vanguard actually at some point. So that'd be nice. So just so I guess Stefan's options are pretty limited here. Really. I mean, the left flank, his right flank's totally gone.
Yeah, easy. But it was always going to be how much he could convince Johnny to deploy onto Johnny's left. To take out that, I think the Chariot Horde is the distraction Carnifex.
Yeah.
He's put it there, and they focus on that, whilst he doesn't take the other two objectives. But the damage on that horde is caused. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, resulting.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chris. Oh my.
My dice woke up today.
Yeah.
Ouch. Yeah.
So first result in for this round.
So beers on Chris tonight?
No.
What?
Yeah,
first result in. Sorry, you didn't read that in the rules pack.
I haven't read the rules pack.
Yeah, it was a microdot on the eye of Mantic on the third page. He said the first result in on game three was buying drinks. Pay attention. Always a good idea, Chris. Always a good idea.
Okay, so he's just. So it's, I don't think has Johnny lost anything yet? I haven't seen him.
No, I don't think he has.
No.
Which is surprising considering the amount of shooting. All I can say is that Stefan's shooting must have been a bit off.
Yeah. So you'd say obviously the left loot counter. So really, I mean, what can Stefan do to protect the middle one now?
He needs to advance his rabble in the middle.
No, Stefan, I'm saying. Or do you reckon?
Well, the only thing he can do is see where the goblins are. If that horde of chariots comes forward, he could take that off of his archers.
Yeah.
He could do that in one go, in theory. The question is, can Johnny get enough up there to guarantee the token? I doubt it, because I don't think that other goblin horde's going to make it, is it?
No.
So it's about the cavalry. It's about the chariots, grabbing them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So a bit more damage there on
but the problem is, those elves will probably be dead the next time someone breathes on them, won't they?
Yeah, that is exactly the problem.
And then once they're gone, he's got nothing left to take that middle one. Almost feel perhaps overloaded a little bit too much on the left, on the right hand token. Because those two big units
I would put slightly more emphasis on just to the, as we're looking here, the right hand side of that white hill, or the cream hill.
Yeah.
I'd put some more chariots there. So the kings.
Single one or something.
Yeah.
Just take some fire or give you another option.
Yeah. Not slightly too much on it. Or you go full refuse flank and put everything onto the right hand side of that rock.
I wonder if he's worried about space, maybe. With the,
Space is a
horde,
problem. That for both sides, that central rock is a real break in your line.
Yeah.
For whichever side of the table you're on. And of course, in this scenario, like we were saying at the beginning, that building completely removes that from contention, that left-hand one for the up-screen player, doesn't
I'm
it?
assuming that was placed by Johnny, because he wasn't. Or was it placed before sides?
It's placed technically before you choose sides, whether they did it that way. I mean, often players don't do it that way, do they? Because they can't be bothered to move around.
Technically they do, but they choose. They can't be asked to move around the table.
So I didn't see anything get taken off then, so I'm not sure Johnny's lost any units yet. Can you peep over the barrier, Andy?
I don't think he has yet.
No.
I don't think he has.
Yeah, that is tough to not have shot anything off yet.
That rabble, they're quite a big nerve sink. They're quite nasty.
Yeah, it is a bit of a tar pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1921. It took a couple of turns. So this could be the king, I guess. That's going to go boom now. He's inspiring.
No.
Oh my! What?
Oh
no!
Oh no!
13-15. Blimey, he must have been. Those Dracons have not done their
but
job.
He's nimble and he's disordered, I assume now. He's taken 12 damage. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
he's taken 7 damage minimum, hasn't he? That's 2d6 next to it.
So the Dracon Riders, 18 attacks, and they've just. You always would have banked on them.
Well, they've taken there's 2d6 next to it, so it's taken at least 7 damage.
Right.
That should have been enough.
I guess is it wavered as well with the token on?
That token behind it, that could be,
Yeah.
Okay, that makes. So wavering.
They're wavered on 8 wounds.
8 wounds. The king on. Okay.
Okay, that could be interesting because obviously that can't attack next,
No.
and
Why won't you die, Goblin King?
you can't move sideways. You can turn. I'm wondering whether that horde can get past.
Yeah.
I think that might actually be because that released the dragons. Dragons can fly next turn. That could have been really nice. That could be a nice move.
So without realising about wavering them, he's
He may have.
helped.
Yeah, because that horde's very close behind the Goblin King there. I don't think he can get round it.
But in some ways it doesn't matter, does it? As long as he gets that central objective, he can carry on blatting away on that right-hand flank all day, can't he?
Well, they see by the dragons won't be attacked next turn. It means they'll be able to fly. So they've got more options.
But they're only taking things off that right flank still, aren't they? The angle means they can't get anywhere interesting.
Yeah, but
Well, not this turn, anyway.
nice turn. No,
What they need to do is get out of there.
they don't want to be in a grind
Get
fight
into
with
that
goblins.
Get into that gap by that other king, where Johnny's got his hand right now, and then jump into the middle. I have the option to jump in the middle of the turn after, isn't it?
In fact, look where that Goblin King's just gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that?
He'll be out. Looks like he's out of angle for charging.
Yeah. But you come into that gap.
But the Dracons will also be out of angle for being charged themselves.
Yeah, if you put the Dracons where his left hand is now.
Yeah. And then turn them around because you can, because they're nimble.
Yeah.
Then they're ready to jump for that central one potentially.
He's back in the old block.
Can't do that. Can't even nimble.
He's nimble.
Yeah, but he's wavering. Did he lose nimble?
Don't know. I'm not the person to ask.
No.
You're just.
Do it for your individual. You don't if you're individual. You keep that.
Well, he's not individual. That's a king.
Oh, there you go. Just good. And obviously, we can't interfere. We're like David Attenborough. We have to be. It's not quite like VAR where.
Here comes the.
Take them the Goblin Rabble.
Goblin's charging, so they are charging in, so they can see. They could have seen probably pretty much anyway, couldn't they? Even if he hadn't moved the chariot, actually. Well, maybe not. It might have been a bit tough, actually.
And I guess the other thing, it could have moved sideways a little bit.
No, we can only move back. You can only move back.
Okay.
But you can change your angle, so you probably could have just about had enough of an angle to get the charge either way.
Oh, no, it's right. When disordered by unit in melee with either phalanx or ensnare.
Okay, right.
That's a
fine.
bit of a niche rule, isn't it? That's easily missed, that one, I think.
Yeah.
Hold on, so
Depends which unit that's just charged.
No, but it was
Dracon.
It was
Yeah, it was
Dracon.
a Dracon,
No, they don't
yeah.
have ensnare or phalanx.
Yeah.
Okay, so
right,
everything's
so
fine.
that's fine. So it's nimble, so you did want it. Sorry, I do apologise. Johnny does know the
But
rules.
that's a very niche rule to spot
Yeah.
or not spot, isn't it? Actually,
Yeah.
being just two not that common abilities, phalanx and snare. They're not, each army has one phalanx unit, really, isn't it? And
Yeah, yeah.
some don't have any in snare.
I knew that nimble would something weird had happened with nimble units. I know individuals had retained that, still be able to do the.
But I think he'd have still been able to
the
turn
moonwalk.
on the spot, and he'd probably still have got the angle anyway to be able to get the charge in. You just caught him on the edge a bit more rather than where he is now.
So,
So the Dracons haven't taken much damage, I don't think.
oh no, they're not going to get killed by
It's
this.
just
that
locking
horde.
them in, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's locking them in.
So what that Dracon horde needs to do is not to do counter charge. That needs to back
In
off.
fact, they've only taken one damage.
Yeah, that Dracon needs to not do counter charge.
Yeah, don't take the bait, I guess.
Yeah, move back and let the people shoot it.
I mean, I think really Stefan needs his Dracon King, doesn't he? Really, he's king on Worm to do the magic. Really, he's the only really offensive model he's got left. I would say
Yeah.
that isn't trapped already in restricted space. Like the two chariots there are stuck doing virtually nothing.
Well,
They might take that king off, but
that dragon can jump into that nice, lovely gap between the king chariot by the white hill and the chariots.
and I think he has to, doesn't he? Because otherwise he's got no chance in that middle.
Yeah, he's jumping that gap there, turn back.
Although it'd be tempting to go for the chariots at the bottom now. That's just going to take you further and further away from the action, though.
The problem is, that's an exploding one, isn't it?
No, it's the horde here that's under the objective that's the exploding.
And
No, I
then
mean the
the-
red goblin blaster. The goblin blaster.
The Goblin Blasters, there's one on the left,
No, they're all the wing it ones. There's one
yeah,
here,
and then there's two at the bottom.
somewhere here,
Oh, right,
isn't
okay,
it?
yeah.
Just off the table. Bottom of
So
the
actually,
table.
he hasn't.
This is chariots, but
He's not pushed them forward.
No,
even
he
if you
hasn't.
could-
He's using to protect his rock lockers.
well, I just don't think he needs to at the moment. Does he? What's he going to hit with them?
You don't need to put them forward.
So I guess the rock lobbers at the minute are behind the white rocks. Are they the ones?
They're spread across the whole base of the
Okay.
board, so there's one on each centre and
Right.
one on each corner.
Oh, they're
Then
the-
the big grogger one is somewhere else there as well.
Yeah, I guess they're the war trombones, aren't they? Possibly in the middle.
Yes, Kieran, I think Windspan has been spotted.
Oh, we've already
It has
we've dealt
entered
with
the
that.
building.
Hashtag third game is life.
So, did anybody see the Ireland game this morning?
I think they've just
No, but I'm going to be watching it tonight.
I think he's just lost the archers there.
Oh yeah, there you go. And that was always going to happen.
Yeah,
Yeah. Strong breeze would do for them at the moment.
yeah.
Was around 16 damage, was it?
I think so.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was 16. Yeah. And they're 21, 23, so anything was going to take them really.
Mr. Ranton, how are you? Enjoying the commentary.
All mountain tables. Got photographs as well. Except
So, Kieran, terrible result this morning. Oh dear.
It's not quite what you said, Rob.
Well, you know. Have to keep it. It's not. We're not past watershed yet.
From your particular vantage
Yeah,
point.
I think Japan and the Rugby World community are very happy with the result, really, aren't they?
I think second in the world, you're having a laugh. Second in the world, you're having a laugh. Mind you, what have we got next?
We've got Argentina next. England and
That's
Argentina.
not going to be
Yeah, I think we'll be alright there. We'll be alright this round. We'll get stuff when we get through. And egg chasing is what my mate calls it. Yeah.
not like GAA. No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's not up there with some of the Gaelic games.
So this is.
Oh, the Dragons
Stefan,
coming in,
comes the
yeah.
as you
king,
said.
here
Yeah.
comes the king.
Yeah.
So Johnny, Stefan couldn't resist the temptation of going for them, which is not unreasonable.
Well, what's regiment? 13, 15?
6 hours later.
Less than that, I think.
But 11-13.
11-13.
The chariot.
They have a strong breeze, yeah.
10 attacks from a dragon, 3 rerolled in 1, 7 hits.
No problem.
Yeah, 7 hits.
Well, I don't know, no
damage.
problem, but likely.
You're on the border and be able to take it in one shot with a dragon front arm.
I guess the only thing that
He needs, and to be fair, he needs to now.
Yeah.
I think if he does that, then that's clear almost all
Well,
that
then,
time.
if he takes it off, he can change his angle, of course, completely, and then he's facing back to take that king, and then jump again in the last 2 rounds into the middle.
Thank you very much.
the war trombones might cause. I think these are the 2 war trombones, aren't they?
Yes.
In the middle of the they might cause the dragon.
Well,
some
war
problems.
trombones are the death of many dragons. They really
Yeah.
are. You know, they put out a lot more, and they're very flexible in how they move. What it'll be interesting to see what Johnny decides to pick up that objective with in the centre. If he decides to pick it up at all, he might not pick it up and then just grab it at the end.
Yeah. So what turn are we on now? We're on turn.
3, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, thanks. I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, I've got to be careful tonight.
A drink.
Right, thanks.
You're on it.
This Cheshire Cup sound gives me water again.
Professional.
I don't go drink while I'm working.
It's professional. It's absolutely professional.
When I commentate, my mind stays in the game.
Well,
I
I
drink
can-
constant, fresh, sparkling
I can hardly keep up with what's going on as it is. So this is.
Ice Valley for all your commentating needs.
It definitely works having multiple commentators.
Yeah.
It does make life a lot easier.
Well, that's what we think.
Yeah.
That's not what the
frankly,
public is
I
saying.
I don't give a beep.
Oh dear,
You know
now
what
John's
people
come on, he's being offensive. Okay, so this must be the Sea Guard, I guess, here.
Here's the Sea Guard. It's the only infantry we've got left.
Oh dear.
But they're pretty healthy, those Sea Guard. They haven't taken any damage, I don't think.
say. No.
No, I haven't seen anything. No.
It's Johnny's given an example of how you do threat analysis and just dealing with do that.
For me in this game, not enough things have exploded. I think that's.
Does Kieran care about the rugby? It's Northern Ireland.
Yeah, it's the same team.
It's the same team.
Yeah. They play cross-border.
Yeah. That's going to stop after Brexit.
Oh dear, let's not bring up the B. Let's not bring up the B word on this.
Other things far more important than Brexit didn't stop it. So
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
1921 didn't stop it.
So Stefan's looking here. Oh, I think he's just checking what the damage. Come on, I want to see these goblins explode.
Consider our charitable contribution to the World Cup. Yes, and it was much appreciated, Kieran. I think it kick-started the World Cup.
Yeah, until then, it was just breezing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Wales Australia tomorrow. This will become a rugby World Cup podcast.
That's going to be a good game. Yeah.
It's going to be.
Unfortunately, I'll be in the air. Hello.
My money's on Wales, to be honest. My money is on Wales.
And your table doesn't have a 1175 bracket.
You don't know 1175. This thing won 200.
It jumps from 1159 to 1200. So what, 3.5? You call it?
This is the wrong one. Original.
So those 2 chariots have gone in on the king there. They're going to decimate the king.
I'll see you for
1175.
I'll see you for a year and a bit.
Yeah, I only do like 2 tournaments.
They'll destroy the
I've
king
done
without
one
any
this year.
problem.
Who's this? Sorry, the.
Stefan's chariots, 2 individual
okay.
chariots have gone through on the king, but that's no problem. They'll kill him without any issue.
And that's the side as well, isn't it?
I come for
What
social.
he's struggling with here,
It's
I
all
think,
about
is
social
the
for me.
sea guy, I think.
Yeah. Is he backing up with the Dracons?
Looks like it. Looks like they're going back.
Does anybody know if the Wheat Sheaf have karaoke on tonight? Because the 4 Foot Snake they had karaoke on, and we all had, went down there.
Yeah, the week show, that was where we all went.
Yeah, it was with when Dom was when we had Tim from the US attracting the ladies, shall we say?
It's plus 3 minus 3. They've amended the table. Ah, okay.
There we go. So So Stefan is looking to see what he's going to do. So he's charged in on the chariot there, the king. I mean, this entire left flank, or the goblin left flank, hasn't been touched.
No, and so what Stefan's been playing is basically his entire army against 3/4 of Johnny's army.
Yeah. Can't quite decide what to do with that Sea Guard, can he?
That's the problem with Elf. So few units, you've got to.
Yeah.
You've got no redundancy at all. And losing that chariot horde and the shooting the bowmen is a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah. Where's that? 3 giants around 1 unit. Okay.
And they are mantic giants, so
they're big giants.
The table, yeah. See, I was very tempted, Rob, to actually just buy a ticket, even though I knew I wasn't going to play, just to get the freebies. But you ran it, sold out. It's fine.
Here we go. So now he's having a look now. I think this is on the. I don't think that's one of the Goblin Kings. That one.
Yep. So when's Mantic Open Day?
2nd of November.
2nd of November.
Already sold out.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah. Tickets sold out in about a week for that one. I don't know if we've got any group tickets left. If we've got some group tickets left, we'll probably turn them into single tickets now.
Okay.
So stay tuned if you haven't got a ticket for the Mantic Open Day.
I might have just probably.
Okay.
Oh wow, Ronnie's come over here now to talk business.
Do you want to talk business with the
Yeah. Are you going to talk business?
Microphone? Go.
We need to move.
Yeah. Are you going to talk business?
Talk business.
Not
Go
over.
further away from the internet.
There's Ronnie there trying to do top secret deals within 2 foot of the microphone there.
I didn't even work for Mantic in nice for that.
Yeah, he didn't swear. So there we go.
I've worked for some crazy CEOs.
Just remember, you've got, so just in case you've tuned in, the little red splodges, they're where the loot counters are. So the idea for this one is to grab those loot counters and run off, I guess, really. Or just keep hold of them.
Yeah, you pick it and move off.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody's actually picked them up or moved them.
No, but that middle one is just.
No one's been
there.
near it.
No.
No one's been with the foot of that one.
So yeah, we've got 37 minutes left on the round. Oh, there you go. Ronnie seems happy. Clapping his hands saying he's got a deal. God knows what about.
He's rented your desk out.
You're now hot desking.
He's, yeah. I'll get back in my bedroom. He's gone.
These sales and marketing.
Oh, there we go. So that's the king on. I mean, we thought that was going to go, that one.
Yeah.
Move forward.
So I missed that. Did you move the Dracons back then?
Yeah, he moved the Dracons back.
Yeah, why
then he's moved the.
his king.
Took out the king.
Yeah.
Chariot's now gone forward.
Yeah.
I guess.
I wasn't paying attention there, but yes, that's exactly what. I hate to say, that's exactly what I would have done.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
Yeah.
That's really not a good sign. But it's amazing when you see things from above. You sort of think, yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah.
And yet when you're on the tabletop, it's entirely different.
Just give you a very different perspective.
Yeah. That's why so many pundits in football are actually shite at football.
Yeah. Yes, it's very.
It's different. It's very different to
Oh,
playing the
blimey!
game.
So the dragons just bounced off the chariots. thought they'd go.
No, it was 50-50, I think. 'Cause it should have been 6 or 7 damage to the chariots, and then it's on to a 6 or 7. So not guaranteed, but more the point, the dragon's not going to be taken out by the chariots.
No.
Because they've already lost their TC, so I don't think that's CS at all.
So Johnny here is just, I think he's making, this is what Goblin players call a wise retreat.
Yeah, why is it what?
Well, I guess he's wavered, isn't he? So,
yeah.
So he can't really do a lot. So instead, the other chariot's kind of coming out.
Yeah. So now Johnny's pushing to get that centre. So Johnny's tactic was clearly to left and right, and then distract everybody with the right hand side with the exploding one. And Stefan's gone for a similar approach, but the opposite.
Yeah.
He's pushed on to the right hand side.
So still not. He hasn't done a lot with these blasters. I wonder what the kind of intention was for that. I kind of always imagine, maybe I'm using them wrong, but you're going to charge them out, and so they're kind of a great big bullseye on them to get rid of them as quick as possible. So
that's exactly how I would do it.
Yeah.
I think the interesting thing is that he's using them, I think, as almost as a
deterrent for the rock lobbers. Okay.
Which is fine if you find somebody who's got masses of flying. So, for example, in the missile army, we can put out 4 or 5 flying characters very easily. Yeah, that really works well. But against the elves, I would have just charged them straight forward and just gone for it, because they force the shooting into a very small space. And push your chariots up behind it.
Okay. Andy, I'm just going to find out what turn they're on. Andy, Dr. Dead Zone, can you find out what turn they're on, please? Can you find out what turn they're on? Yeah. So John's just popped off for a moment, and Andy's just checking. Turn 4, and Stefan's turn. Johnny's turn 4. So we go. So he's just so you've got one chariot charged in. Also, he's backed up the other chariot behind the chariot regiment, I guess, to stop it bouncing back. They're the war trombones. You've got the whiz there as well, I think, in the middle. So Matt Gilbert just putting in some more results. 33 minutes on this round. Oh, so then, actually, sorry, that's the whiz that Johnny's just moved there because he's mounted. So. Just measuring to see if he's got. I think he should be out there. I think he's just seeing if he's got a charge on the flank of that sea guard. That'd be hard line to. Oh no, I think he's just seeing if he can shoot. Sorry, not if he's got a flank. I think he must just be out of range. So sea guards will probably be alright here. So at the minute, Johnny's got 1 unit left on the left there on one of the loot tokens. The middle one is kind of still up for grabs. The right one is the one that's got the rabble's got hold of, so that's pretty good. So at the minute, Johnny's looking like he's.
I'm back.
Oh, thank goodness, Andy.
Jonathan Fox is gone. Get rid of him.
Didn't you give a t-shirt?
So the middle one's still up for grabs here.
Yeah, it's. Well, you say that, but what has Stefan really got to grab it with?
I guess one of the chariots, maybe.
Do you remember what chariot?
Oh no, he hasn't got. No, he hasn't got.
This is a Goblin King that's taken
up in
the Forest Shamblers there. So he really hasn't, apart from the apart from the Sea Guards, who are a long distance away and the wrong angle, he hasn't really got anything to get that. So I think Stefan, I think in his head he knows that he's lost this one. He said that just now, actually.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh dear.
But he can still take some goblins off, which is the key. Goblins are worth nothing, of course. So
no,
you know,
it's hardly worth the effort.
So it is. I would tell him not to bother.
Yeah.
You know, why bother killing goblins?
They're just an irritant.
Like a
I think they're
rationing.
very misunderstood.
Like a fungal infection.
Yeah. So here we go. This must be the rabble here gearing up, is it? Oh no, it's not the rabble. That's not enough text. Oh, so that's the Goblin King against those Forest Shamblers there. Roll again, and the Shamblers are gone now.
King in the flank. Oh, that's
not good.
No.
I mean, what has
So
really got?
Stefan's got left now.
Those Sea Guards, well, they're just too far away from anything, aren't they?
He must have an army standard bearer somewhere. And that's possibly
he's got some kings we can take
Yeah.
captives. But the problem is that
Two war chariots.
the goblins now have got amassing on that central red. So it's
Yeah.
2-1.
And he obviously didn't take those chariots off with the king either, so
No.
that's restricted his ability to jump across.
Yeah.
He's still got the mystical dragon Kindred Lord as well, but yeah, I mean the goblins have.
There's just half an hour left.
I mean, for me, it's so inspirational to see them doing so well.
Hey! Well, that's not for once.
That broke me good.
You've beaten Cottonfield.
30 minutes left, everyone.
Seriously,
So 30 minutes left in this round.
30 minutes left, everyone!
John Fawkes decided he didn't need that. No, decided he didn't need the microphone there to let everyone know what was going on.
Microphone distorts when you get loud. My voice doesn't.
Martin.
Oh yeah, it's my turn. I hear you.
So, it looks like the chariots there are. Okay,
I've gone to the slightly
what happened there?
slightly more session beer. Dead bonus, 3.8.
What's this one? Stronger, isn't it?
5 point something.
What was it? I didn't realise that. I don't normally drink more than a couple.
Explains a lot.
It does,
Yeah. Oh, we got the Dracons. Oh, I forgot the Dracons had bounced back actually.
No, he didn't bounce back, he moved him back.
Moved back
I
actually.
think in the luxuriant hair stakes, though, Stefan is winning.
Stefan
yeah.
Stefan gets.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I mean, Johnny's got nice hair, but Stefan, it's got a coiffure to it, isn't it? Really?
Andy.
I dream of hair like
Andy Ransom's had a great thickness to it.
Did,
I think
didn't
that's-
it? Yeah.
I mean, look at
But
that. It's a colour.
Stefan's got like
It's a
it's
colour
a gentle
with the-
wave. It's like
wave
it's like
across.
summer corn, isn't it? Blowing across a field.
Yeah.
I think if
You
I had to
also
go on,
almost see Theresa May skipping
Yeah.
through it, couldn't you?
if I went on, I'd have to get some army paint to
I'm
spray.
sorry, I
Just
feel
to,
violently ill at the moment. Violently ill.
so it's once again descended into hair talk.
It's all about the hair.
Okay. It's about to go somewhere else. I don't need to go.
Don't go political. Don't go political.
No, I know. It's
Don't
so,
go political.
it's so
So yeah, we
easy
haven't had
to
actually yet. If you've got any, if you're interested, I guess about
got
any
any hair
particular
comments?
units, particular unit questions for version 3, I've got the third edition. I've got the book here.
Well, that's a bit like you do work for Mantic Games.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I've got it with me. As in, so if people wanted to ask, they could ask a question. If they've got some questions about,
That doesn't sound
if
unreasonable.
they're
does it?
particularly worried,
Sneak peek.
a sneak peek. Yeah, I'm sure I could be tempted.
So, let's not go there.
I guess for me, the key thing about version 3
Oh, come on, let's see these goblins explode. That's
is
what we're here for.
the growth in the expansion of the fluff that you've got. There's a huge amount more fluff, both on units.
Yeah, there's about
and-
12 pages of Goblin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for God's sake.
and you can make goblin fluffing. Jeez. Not now we've got the blue pill. Is it?
Yeah, I think that, particularly obviously the background for each thing, and then also things like the theme list will be interesting. If you really want to make a fluffy kind of list, I think there's some great options there.
Well, the theme lists are mostly going to be Panathor related.
Well, to begin with.
What have we said?
To begin with,
Drakon Riders.
Drakon Riders.
No, they're banned. No more Drakon Riders.
I want to see Drakon Riders back.
Well, you know,
I want to see
what sort of
decent
beards
Drakon
will
Riders
Abyssal
back.
half-breeds have? Luxurious ones. Let's have a look.
That's bloody difficult to find.
Yeah,
So-
perfect. Thanks, Rusty. Yes, favourite.
I forgot to put my victory points on my last form.
Doesn't matter. You've lost. Fine.
Does it? Is it a filter? At
Yeah,
all?
it's a
Does it
massive
matter?
disadvantage for you, but don't worry about it. It's fine. We're okay with it. We're okay with
Such a
it.
nice-
Let's have a look at Drakon Riders then, actually. And
I know. It's like, how on earth?
Whoa.
Done.
large cavalry. So I think Drakon Riders, let me have a look at the stats compared to what they are at the minute. Speed 10, yeah. Melee 3+, yeah. Defense 5+.
It's the scenario.
So far all the same.
It's a bit of a scenario snake.
Yeah, I mean, Regiment, actually they look identical apart.
I forgot to put our victory points in on my last.
They've gone up in
The scenario.
points slightly. So they'll be 275 in
They
theory.
are also irregular.
Oh, okay.
So irregular is a bit of a. That's a bit of a. It's a bit of a list building hit, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
You know. But you know, they're still very tasty, and of course I guess there might be one day some nice models for them.
Well, there might very well be. Yeah, if you've been keeping your eye on things, you might.
There might be some models for them. There's a question here.
Oh yeah.
What sort of beards?
I've
will
already
Abyssal
answered this one to Jerry. I said they'd be extremely luxurious.
Yeah, absolutely. Vibrant. They're using all sorts of special volcanic chemicals.
Beautiful
to keep
flats.
them-
Oh! I missed a
Are we,
goblin.
are we watching a game?
I missed the goblins exploding.
Mr. Oh!
That's all I wanted to see. And they said I was.
Let's watch it back.
Okay, we'll rewind the tape. Rewind the tape. So how old
How
are
old are you?
He thought it was the surgeon, it wasn't. So my golem's turned. So
Oh, I've closed it now.
August Shield Breakers. That's interesting.
As awesome as before. Oh no, I've done it again. I've hit that again.
felt really bad. I just played an Irish strike.
Yep.
Cheers.
Regiment version.
Tom, yeah.
So, regiment version is
On
165.
our table.
Horde is 275.
That's it. You can have that. eBay, mate. eBay.
Millions of pounds. Millions.
So there we go. So,
I'll look at the ogres.
Drakon Riders. We don't want to give it all away.
No, just most of it.
I think it's good because obviously we've got the Drakon Riders here, so we can compare them directly. Wow, that right flank is suddenly bereft of goblins.
All elf. But will it be enough? Will it be enough?
So what you got there now? I mean, you've got the two elf chariots. You've got the Sea Guard. Then you've got the Drakon Riders. Wow, that's a complete change. It was all very goblin heavy a minute ago, and now
Well, yeah, but I think that's the thing with goblins, isn't it? I mean, I have. You have to give stuff away as goblins, don't you? So
yeah.
it's all about what's your functionality. I mean, if you just look now, yes, those shield models have done quite a bit there, but now you've got two war trombones that haven't done anything all game. They're just now moving up on the Sea Guard, and they alone could
they could take out
the
the
Sea Guard off.
In fact, the Sea Guard taken. Oh, they had taken some damage.
They're
now.
taking a bit of damage, yeah.
Not a lot though.
Not masses, not masses.
So let's have a look. John, can you find out what turn we're on, please? For some of these?
It'll be 5.
Oh, 10-5.
Or maybe 4 for Johnny, actually. So we had a question about Ogre Shield Breakers.
Yeah.
Siege Breakers even, not Shield Breakers, is it?
No, Shield Breakers. It's Siege Breakers.
Siege
Yeah, sorry.
Breakers, yeah, Siege Breakers, yeah.
Shield Breakers are the dwarf ones.
So, I don't have the other
Turn
book.
5.
So,
Top of turn 5.
Top of turn 5. Okay.
So Ogre Shield Breakers, I'd have to double check. They look pretty similar to what they were before, but I'd have to check what we had in the last Cox book.
That's King's book at it. Yeah.
Will there be a conversion kit? That's the question, I guess.
Maybe. In fact, no. Matt announced this the other day and said yes, there will be.
Ah, there we go.
In fact, it's being sculpted as we speak because it's been traditionally sculpted. Because obviously the ogres were
Metal.
original.
The rest. Not rest. Sorry, that word doesn't exist. The original
PVC plastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Siege Breakers in 2nd edition. Is there much changes in there?
No.
So let's have a look. Compare them. So they used to be 918, still the same attacks,
Same nerve.
same melee,
Gone cheaper.
they're slightly cheaper.
But they are only Crush 2 now rather than Crush 3. But they gain Brutal and lose Thunderous. So yeah, the net effect is they've now got Big Shield, Brutal, Crush 2, whereas they had before Big Shield, Crush 3 and TC 1. And also the defense has gone up and the speed has gone up. Oh god, these are broken.
Nah.
These are broken. No, quite some nice changes up there actually, because they just get in the mix a bit quicker, don't they?
Yeah, which I guess they would do. They want to get in there stuck in.
Yeah, and their speed was lower than all the other ogres, so bringing them up to the same is pretty sensible, I think.
And the points, you say the points have dropped as well?
Points have dropped, so I think you'd take that, wouldn't you? A reduction in loss of TC, but a better defence all round.
Yeah.
20 minutes
I think that sounds fine. I think you'd pretty take that, wouldn't you?
Okay.
Far more likely to get shot than to have to save than to have your TC every now and again.
There we go, we've had 2 little tweets there. Night Stalkers, ooh, maybe we'll save Night Stalkers till tomorrow.
Yeah, why not?
We don't want to give it all away. They had Brutal as army rule anyway, so faster but not as punchy. Okay, so results are flying in thick and fast now, so this is the last round today.
You won a game!
Revenge on Chris Walsh.
Yeah.
I didn't know what anything was.
No one does.
I killed it all.
Gary Sharp there. Oh, Andy, how many games has Gary lost?
Most of them. Most.
Yeah.
I think of the 3, 2.
Okay. Oh, so that's one of the elf chariots that's been taken off there? I know, was it actually?
Yeah. That is very sore.
Okay, so at the minute, I would say probably looks like that Johnny's got it with the 2 loot markers.
Yeah, I think he has. It should be hard for him not to win, I think.
Don't, you've jinxed it now.
I know, I have.
You've totally jinxed it.
I know. I've got it running around. My eyes the wrong way. My eyes! What have I done? I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, so this will be turn 6 now, I guess, won't it? It's, who I can't remember, we went first now.
Top 5.
Okay, top of turn 5.
So when I spoke, so.
Right.
So this is the end of 5 for.
Okay, end of 5 for Stefan.
So Stefan's cleared out that the right hand side of the board.
Yeah, we were just saying that the right hand side of the board looks very, very different to a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
I just wonder what he can do to potentially grab that loot.
He needs to kill a horde.
Yeah.
He needs to hold chariots. He needs to die.
But even then, there's the horde of rabble, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think that's 3. Yeah, I mean, at this point in the game, I would think Stefan is thinking, what can I get attrition-wise?
Yeah, Stefan needs to turn 7.
Kieran says, busy making it in a glamour lifestyle.
Stefan needs 7.
What was the answer to Jerry's Shield Breakers question earlier?
Yeah, so the Siege Breakers.
So generally improved in speed, dropped in points, lost Thunderous Charge. Better defence.
Better defence.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got an overall defence.
Yeah.
Got up to 4s to 5s.
Yeah.
Which I think we're just saying, you take that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because TC is usually once a game, most that you get a benefit, whereas
they've got Cruisers to 3.
they've got them to
2. Yeah.
That still goes back.
But I think you'd still rather have the defence to actually get into combat to be able to use your crushing strength than have it. So I think that's.
You're right there,
That's speed 5, but speed 6 was quite a big difference.
Yeah, because they were the only ogres as well, so they fall behind the battle line. That differential makes
more point. Everybody used to put Brew of Haste onto them to keep them up with you. So now you've got an option of adding something else to it. Like
so in that case, they've really dropped then if you don't have to put the Brew of Haste on and you can kind of keep them up. Think about it. So actually, very.
Yeah. Broken. Yeah. I'm going to say that for any change, just to be.
I'm looking at which army I can put on my barbecue to burn. Some 3rd edition. I shall make a video of it just to emphasise how Mantic has ruined my hobby.
Unfortunately, it was the gentleman all the way from Singapore.
So.
You beat him.
I just beat him, unfortunately.
He'll have memories of his journey home.
I did help him.
You do realise that Singapore don't allow people in who
They don't allow people out.
Don't fear change, Thomas. It's all going to be fine.
If you get 50% or higher,
I would rather have the old version, no question.
Do you mean version 1?
The bit that he had Golem's Fury.
We were looking at it the other day.
I do love a lol. It can be interpreted in so many ways.
Yeah.
He only sits me on 6s.
I used to think in the early days of the internet, I thought when I started going to forums, I thought it meant lots of love. So I thought everyone was really friendly on the internet.
They are still, just not with you.
Andy,
No.
that's embarrassing.
Yeah, I thought everyone was saying lots of love.
29 attacks on that.
So there, Thomas Anna
Oh, there's a
says,
good hair comparison just then. We get a beautiful hair comparison.
I would rather have the old version, no question, lots of love.
But she's got enough attacks to kill
So,
him.
right, where are we going from here? I mean,
Just a slugfest.
so
I would have.
Stefan has taken his dragon back up, hasn't he? He's taken his dragon
I
back
kind
up.
of think he's cut his losses and decided just.
He's creating a
He's got
cohort.
that Forest Shambler all the way up the top there as well. He spent the entire game behind that.
Yeah, but that's just effectively a rather nice rock lobber with Blizzard 2 on it. That's all. So it's what 100 points
But not much, yeah, something like that.
with the Blizzards.
So the trombones.
Yes, 605.
Oh, Thomas again with his lots of love.
Yeah, it's a rock lobber. It's 2 dice.
I think we should go back to simpler times when LOL did mean lots of love.
I mean, £100 shares about that.
Oh, okay, so here we go. So Johnny's moving on to the loot marker in the middle now.
No, but it inspires itself.
No, that's not a troll. I genuinely thought it meant LOL meant lots of love.
You're not going to use it advanced. I would keep using it.
Just too many points.
So I'm still very disappointed in this game that I didn't see lots of goblins explode. I think that was I was very excited about seeing all the blasters go boom. So I think he's
Every time.
Johnny's just doing a bit of shooting now.
But I think he took it.
Okay. Oh, so the war trombones here are shooting at the Sea Guard.
This is the moment we live for as goblins.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that moment where you get double tromboning action.
Not double trombone.
Double trombone.
Double trombone.
Front and back, fore and aft. Fore and aft. You know, that is a beautiful moment.
Double teaming.
Here we go. So this could, I would think this is probably the end of the Sea Guard, would you think? No, Jerry, you see now it all becomes clear.
PSC1 on it.
Lots of love.
Your uncle is dead. Lol.
No, your uncle is dead. Lots of love.
I'm lolling right now.
Yeah. So remember, Matt Gilbert is uploading all the scores to War Score. So if you kind of want to keep an eye out, see who's we'll see who's top at the end of day one in a
Are
moment.
you going to be able to pass the list to Nick?
He's got him. Yeah.
So the army list will be
Oh,
up on
Seaguards.com.
kwmasters.com after the event. So anybody wants to see what's going on.
We've been saying that's where they'll be, John.
Knowing Nick, probably Sunday night, to be honest.
Yeah.
He's usually pretty
He's
keen on getting them
pretty keen on getting them up there, yeah.
He'll probably do it tonight in his hotel room, will he?
No, you're going to do it after the event when the results are in. So yeah, it'll be.
War Trombones, they've done what they do.
Oh, whoa! Where's that?
Horde's gone.
Horde's gone.
Yeah, Seaguard's gone.
That's not good.
So they got an extra turn?
This will be turn 6. It's turn 6
no, because he's just obviously shot him off with it. I thought he'd shot him off with the War Trombones just then.
He just has.
But now he's moving them.
Might be that the fact that the elf turn was 5 minutes.
I don't know.
3 minutes long. Stefan may have decided not really to do it.
Okay. I don't think he's run out of time, has he? 10 minutes left. Well, he might have done actually. We'll have to have a look at the clocks.
Do you want to maybe let people know what, on the live stream what you're doing this evening to keep people?
We've already detailed it. Unfortunately, So if you there'll be like a little romantic evening.
But it will be streamed.
It won't.
No, it's all top secret.
It's all
more for decency reasons.
Yeah.
After last night, yes. Jesus. If Steve gets his legs out again, I think we'll just blot out the sun with his little gleam from his white legs. I do love that hat.
This is Ronnie's hat. He's got the Make Dwarfs Great Again hat.
He's still got 2 hats, I think, hasn't he?
He's still got
he started the day with 2. I think he still has
What's
2.
surprising, they're still there.
Does he still? Do you still have your Adepticon hats? Your challenge from?
Yes.
From Dead Zone podcast. You have to.
It's done Malaysia.
Yeah.
And it's done Spain.
Okay. And what did you have to get? Was it 5?
5
for the years out?
Adepticon next year.
You not been to the Netherlands? Is it right?
No.
I'll delete this now. I'll delete the indicators so we know what's going on.
And then we did Vegas, but Vegas doesn't count, you see.
No, you're already there.
I
don't think you do.
Okay, so we're just coming up to the 8-minute warning now.
Oh, Tim.
Just got just less than 10 minutes, everyone.
So Tim Smith's lost a game.
Thank you very much.
So it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see at the top of the table at the end of day one because, as we were saying, there was one of the Spanish guys was top. I think Matthew James is about 3rd. Okay, so it just looks like we're just checking on the nerve for some of these units here.
The King, and then the Dracons.
Yeah. Also,
Inspired, and they're gone.
So Dracons have
gone. Finally, they've gone. I think we heard a little celebratory cheer from Johnny then.
Well, those Dracons actually stayed around for a lot longer than I expected.
And a handshake.
That's it. So that's
done. I think we can say that is a victory for Johnny, both on objectives, of course, but really, Stefan's got maybe about 400 or 500 points left on the table there.
Yeah, probably. Well,
with the Dragon and
well, Dragon's 300.
Forest Shambler.
Yeah,
about 100.
Yeah. Well, good game. Well, thanks, John, for joining us as a special guest.
Thank you very much. Yeah, no worries. It's enjoyable.
So we will be back tomorrow. Let me just check pass me the pack and I'll tell you what time we'll be back tomorrow. Other one, I think, John. I think it's the one next. That one, yeah.
This is more of the same.
This is the 4th edition rule set.
Yeah, okay.
But more of the same insightful analysis, critical analysis of Kings of War action.
That you've come to expect today. So tomorrow we start at 9:30. So
good luck.
Yeah. I'll give you a sneak peek. The first game tomorrow is Kill.
Going old school.
Old school. Well, mainly nice and simple for people with hangovers.
Old school with a K, isn't it?
Yeah, they don't need to remember what's going on. So thank you very much for joining us today. I hope some of it's been informative.
It's all been informative. Just not necessarily in the way you wanted.
No, you've learnt a lot. Again, not necessarily things you wanted to learn. So thank you very much. It's been a pleasure, and we will see you all tomorrow. Cheerio.